Hey, it's Tennille here from Dog Matters, and today we're talking about a safety issue when it comes to the toys that your dog plays with, and more specifically, checking your balls. So there's all different sizes and types of balls that people use to play with their dogs, and there's just a couple of things that we need to keep in mind, especially checking the size of your balls and that your balls aren't too small for your dog's mouth size so that your dog won't choke on them. We're also going to check that our balls aren't busted open like this one is and broken, so that little pieces of your balls can come off and your dog might choke on that or swallow it and cause an obstruction, which is important to keep in mind whenever we're choosing any type of toy for our dog. So when talking about the size of your balls, you definitely want to make sure that the balls you're using aren't too small. This ball is too small for most dogs except for a really tiny breed of dogs. The good thing about this ball is that it's textured and rough, because if we're looking at slippery balls, or balls that are smooth on the outside, when your dog slobbers on them when they're playing fetch, they become very slippery, and we don't want dogs to be choking on any balls by them slipping down the dog's throat. And also the size of this ball could cause some issues when you add that slipperiness on top of it. It could easily slide down the dog's throat, and that would cause a blockage and the dog will choke, and it's very difficult to get that out, so that's important. When it comes to ball size and texture, something like this is ideal. It actually is rubber, but that's really tough, so the dog can squeeze it, but it's not small enough to then slide down the dog's throat. And this ball's got a bit of texture on it so that it helps the dog get a safe grip and not choke on it as well. And the tough rubber, you know, they can get some squeezing out of this ball without busting it open too easily. Now, like any toy, this ball eventually will bust if the dog keeps chewing on it. So when you're playing with balls with your dog, you should make sure that it's always under supervision, and always check your balls to make sure that they are still intact and not broken, because busted balls are going to cause issues, and balls can bust at any time. Don't leave your balls laying around the yard for your dog to just chew on whenever it wants. You should use ball play as a way to create engagement with you as the dog's handler and owner. And this goes for lots of toys. You know, rotate your toys around that are left in the yard to be proper strong chew toys that are made for being left out, but still rotate them. You know, one day, change it to one the next day, and take them away when you get back and check them. When it comes to balls and tug toys, that should only come out when you're actually playing fetch or tug with the dog, so that the value comes back to you as the handler. This also means that your dog won't get sick of your balls just laying around the yard and blending into the environment. So make sure that it's special to your dog and has some meaning, and then you can use it as a training reward as well, which is a great way to do it. So one thing you really have to watch with tennis balls is that they're very easily busted open. You can see here that it doesn't take Envy long at all to crush it, bust it open and start ripping it to shreds. So it can become a hazard quite quickly as she's ripping bits off and turning it into something that can be choked on and go down her throat more easily. And it's also just a waste of money to keep having to buy new tennis balls rather than spending money on a better quality ball in the first place. And you can see here the damage that she's done quite quickly to that tennis ball, which a lot of dogs can do. So a ball like this that is made for dogs is a much safer option. It's going to last longer, it's bigger, it's the right size for this dog, more size appropriate, and even though she can squish it with her mouth, she can't slip it down her throat and choke on it, and it's going to last us a lot longer. I hope this short video has been helpful to you. It is a safety issue, so when you're done watching and you've done subscribing to us on YouTube, liking, sharing this video and all that good stuff, make sure that you go out and you check your balls, make sure your balls are the right size, and make sure that your balls are not busted and that they're all suitable for your dog and your dog's size. Thanks for watching, happy training, I'll see you in the next video.